Take a moment, just a brief pause, and really look around you. Observe everything in your immediate vicinity. Everything feels undeniably real. Your chair, solid and dependable, the sunlight warm against your skin, even your most private thoughts seemingly unique to you. But what if this reality, this seemingly concrete existence is just a meticulously crafted, high-fidelity computer simulation? A program running on hardware we can't even fathom. This isn't just science fiction fodder for late-night movies. It's a profound question that's rapidly moved from the realm of pure philosophy to serious consideration within the field of physics. Philosophers have long questioned the nature of reality, probing its depths and searching for its true form, from Plato's allegory of the cave to Descartes' thought experiment involving an evil demon deceiving our senses. Now, this age-old question has taken on a distinctly technological twist, fueled by our ever-increasing computational power. Imagine, if you will, a civilization so technologically advanced, so far beyond our current understanding, that they possess the capability to create fully simulated universes, complete with their own laws of physics and emergent properties. Universes populated with conscious beings, unaware of their simulated nature. If they possess such power, it stands to reason that they would likely run countless such simulations, exploring various possibilities and scenarios. Statistically speaking, considering the sheer number of potential simulations, it could be argued that it's actually more likely that we are living in a simulation than in a base reality. If that's the case, then who is running this simulation, and perhaps more importantly, what is their purpose in doing so? Are we merely a historical experiment, a digital recreation of a bygone era for study and analysis? Or are we simply a form of entertainment, a cosmic reality show, for the amusement of an unimaginable intelligence? This isn't just idle speculation or a thought experiment to pass the time. Some of the world's brightest and most respected minds are now taking the simulation hypothesis with utmost seriousness, exploring its implications and searching for potential ways to test its validity. The modern simulation hypothesis debate, a topic that once belonged solely to the realm of science fiction, has now firmly taken root in serious philosophical and scientific discussions. It began in earnest with Nick Bostrom's groundbreaking 2003 paper, a pivotal moment that shifted the conversation from mere speculation to a structured argument. In his seminal work, he proposed a trilemma, outlining three distinct possibilities that could explain our reality. The first possibility suggests that nearly all civilizations go extinct before they reach a technological level capable of creating simulations, a sobering thought. The second posits that advanced civilizations, even if they exist, might lose interest in creating simulations, perhaps finding them ethically questionable or simply unfulfilling. The third, and perhaps most unsettling possibility, is that we're almost certainly living in a simulation right now without even realizing it. Bostrom argued that if even one civilization manages to create countless simulated worlds, the sheer number of these simulated realities would dwarf our own. Consequently, the number of simulated beings inhabiting these worlds would vastly outnumber the real beings in the original base reality. Therefore, statistically speaking, if these conditions hold true, you're far more likely to be a simulated being living in a simulated world, making you a copy, a derivative, rather than an original inhabitant of the universe. This once purely philosophical idea is now transitioning into the realm of testable science. Because if our universe is indeed a programmed simulation, then it should, in theory, be governed by underlying code. And if it's governed by code, then maybe, just maybe, we can find tangible evidence of that code embedded within our reality. Scientists across various disciplines are actively searching for these digital fingerprints, employing sophisticated analytical techniques. They're looking for subtle clues hidden within the fundamental laws of nature, the very fabric of our existence. The search isn't for a literal man behind a curtain pulling levers and controlling our fates, but rather for the subtle, almost imperceptible marks left by a cosmic programmer, an architect of reality. The implications of such a discovery could fundamentally reshape our understanding of existence, forcing us to confront profound existential questions about our place in the cosmos. If our universe is a simulation, it would have hardware limits, finite processing power, a smallest possible unit. Scientists look for clues in quantum mechanics, where particles behave unpredictably until observed, like a game rendering only what you see. This observer effect could be a resource-saving trick in a simulation. Researchers also search for the pixels of reality, discrete units of space, like the Planck length. Experiments like Fermilab's holometer have searched for evidence of pixelation, but found none so far. Still, the fact that such experiments exist shows how seriously this idea is taken. Scientists also look for glitches, tiny changes in nature's constants, that might hint at a deeper code. Even if we were to stumble upon a glitch, a momentary flicker in the matrix, or witness a strange pixelation, an anomaly in our perceived reality, would that definitively prove that we are, in fact, living in a simulated world? Not necessarily. It could simply indicate the discovery of a new, previously unknown law of physics, a quirk of the universe we hadn't yet understood. The fundamental problem is that we have no base reality for comparison, no unsimulated world to measure against. Therefore, we can't truly know what a non-simulated universe would even look like, what its inherent properties might be. Every test we run, every experiment we conduct, is inherently part of the system, contained within the simulated environment. The very rules of the simulation, the underlying code, would inevitably shape and influence our results, skewing our perception. And if there are indeed programmers behind this reality, they possess the power to actively hide evidence, meticulously patch any glitches that arise, or even, in the most extreme scenario, completely reset the simulation, wiping the slate clean. In a way, we're like video game characters, trapped within the confines of our digital world. We are desperately trying to discover the fundamental nature of the game itself, the underlying mechanics that govern our existence. But we're limited to using only the in-game tools, the resources and perspectives available within the simulation. Therefore, escaping this reality might not even be a possibility, it could be an illusion. Because if our minds are fundamentally software, lines of code running on a cosmic computer, then there may be no separate us, no independent existence outside the simulation's boundaries. This leads us to the unsettling conclusion that the simulation hypothesis may ultimately be unfalsifiable, meaning that we might never definitively prove or disprove its validity, forever trapped in a state of uncertainty. But the pursuit itself, the relentless quest for answers, pushes the boundaries of what we can know, forcing us to confront the deepest mysteries of existence. Are we living in a simulation? We don't know, and maybe never will. But asking the question forces us to confront reality, consciousness, and our place in the cosmos. Whether our universe is code or cosmos, it's wondrous and mysterious. The love, awe, and meaning we experience are real to us, no matter their origin. Science is about asking better questions, not just finding answers. Curiosity drives us to explore, experiment, and imagine. So keep questioning, keep looking closer, and don't take reality for granted. Whether we're stardust or code, our journey to understand is what makes us truly human.